It's a good day to fly on the plane of inspiration, barnstorming circle. Greetings and welcome. One of the beautiful things about barnstorming Wisconsin and driving around all of the back roads is you get every kind of weather, you get 4 seasons, so you have multiple ways and abilities to click the energy that's happening. Well, this particular day, 1952, it was an eerie day. The weather was very uncertain and there was fog. And when you're driving around the back roads, there's a silence that goes with this. 1952. The trees swayed with no leaves, almost like antennas tuning in. The storm brewed and there was electricity everywhere in the air. The hair on the back of my head stood bare. I found myself lost. How could that be? Lost somewhere between nowhere and here. Here on an old Wisconsin back road. I slowed to a stop. Stepped out of my car, and then there was this old guy waving his arms in front of his truck. I knew something was odd right away. He smelled of chewing tobacco and a little bit of alcohol, cow manure, and perspiration. I was a little bit spooked by this recognition, but then again, I grew up as a child in the early 60s, and he had a very familiar feeling about him. Just before he spoke, I felt time slow. Then he spits. He spits a half-lipped drool of chew tobacco from his mouth. My spine tingled all around as I watched it slowly splatter to the ground. Now standing in a different time zone, he stated, "Hey, mister, I don't recognize anything. Where are all the birds? Where are all of the cows, the crows? What's happened? Where's the happiness? There are far less trees. I ran out of gas and my 1952 Chevrolet truck looks like it's falling apart." With that said, I took a step back as he reached to shake my hand. Could it be I'm standing in history? Some 80 years past? Even 10 years before I was born? Do I dare ask him who the president is? After my pause, I reached out to shake his hand and he exclaimed, my son just got drafted into the Korean War and I'll be damned if I vote for Truman again. Do you have a cigarette I can bum? This is my last one. Now stunned, I replied, "No, sir. No, sir, I don't." With that said, he shook his head and got back into the truck mumbling, Okay, I think I'll just wait around." The trees started to rustle again and it started to rain. I recognized I'd better take a picture of this old truck right now, in this very moment. Otherwise, who's going to believe me? Who would believe me anyway? I scratched my head as I felt my brain freeze and the veins in the back of my neck pulsed out cold. Then everything seemed to vaporize into the fog. I found myself scratching my head again. Whatever happened? What happened? Whatever happened, and it's already gone. Then, while getting back into my car, I noticed there was a fresh splatter of chewing tobacco on my shoe. Wow, I wondered, who knew? It was actually 1952.